What's up, and welcome to my channel. What's up, what's up? Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up? Um, kind of tired. Um, some shutter homes. Ice. Ugh, heavy-handed. Alright, guys. So today, a little bit of a smoke. Sip and smoke. Sip and smoke. Sip and smoke. Smoke Tuesdays. And we're just going to chit chat a little bit about communication. So, I swear I suffer from dry scalp, like I'm always scratching my freaking scalp. So, communication in any relationship is difficult. But communication, all right. So, today we're going to talk about communication, and this is communication with anybody. I am a prison wife, girlfriend slash friend slash the whole package. But communication, whether it's with your neighbor, with your parent, with a spouse, with your child, is very key. So, today we're going to talk about communication and how it affects your relationship, whether it's with your wife, your loved one, your kid. It's very, very, very important. The very most fundamental part about communication, I feel like you have to have a relationship with yourself. You have got to be able to sit down and talk to yourself. And I hope that doesn't come off crazy, like oh, this bitch, like this bitch. Like, no, I really feel like that you should be able to communicate with yourself. And I think this YouTube channel has really opened me up to talking to myself. I'm sitting and looking in the camera and having a conversation and reflecting with myself. Um, I don't edit my videos, so sometimes you might see me go like or do something really crazy, and none of my videos are edited, so they just come out how they are, 10 to 15 minutes, get my shine, and keep it moving. They're not like thought about, pre-done. Well, I pre-record them, of course, but they just come out and end up with no editing, no clips, no. Maybe as I get bigger and grow on YouTube, if I get bigger and when I grow on YouTube, like they say, speaking into an existence, it shall manifest. So I hope, but this is very therapeutic for me. Just being able to talk about my feelings and to really, really just like get it all out there and just like leave everything on the table. Um, Not to have people like eventually I guess I'll be able to go live and then you guys will be able to comment and say things and ask me questions. But just to like freely be able to express myself is really important. And there are some basic goals in communication. You want to be able to share your purpose. And my purpose of doing these videos first was to give me something to do, to give me like a basic routine, I was laying in the bed day in and day out. I've lost my job with this COVID stuff. And, then my husband's gone, and we do have two kids, which are his two biological daughters and my stepchildren. But they do not live with me. They do come and visit me, um, which is hard because I probably want them more than I get them. And I have to understand that they also have lives of their own, which is very difficult for me at times. Because it's like, I just want my kids. And I even feel that I need to learn how to communicate with my stepchildren because what I want and what they want might be two different things, but altogether they're my family. Though they are my children, so I have to learn how to communicate with them better, getting them scheduling things for them individually and them apart because a lot of times, like right now, I'm battling with my oldest daughter, my oldest husband's daughter. Her biological mother has passed away, and she lives with her aunt, and we had a miscommunication. Um, she had a birthday party, and then her uncle. It was her uncle, and so basically, like I had a sleepover for her, and her uncle, which lived with us, which is my husband's cousin. He was living with us prior to incarceration. Um, explain was living with us prior to incarceration. So on the night of her birthday, he was here, and then he brought over his friend. But my daughter's friend also had her his daughter here, so it was her father, but his child was here, and I brought them over to the house, and it turned into a big thing because when I took my daughter home, her aunt felt that it was inappropriate to have men in the house because you can't really trust men and you never know what they're really up to. I felt that, that was her uncle, and, I felt that the other guy that was here, although my husband wasn't here, was the other girl's father, which was taking her home. And because lack of communication, it has driven a wedge where the aunt doesn't feel like I made a good judgment. And then because of lack of communication, I don't feel like I necessarily made a bad judgment. So this is all like, with communication, communication is so fundamental because if I would have communicated, well, hey, her uncle lives with me, his aunt would have automatically known, okay, well, the uncle's gonna be there. There's gonna be another guy in the house. But I think she was assuming because my husband's incarcerated that, you know, his daughter coming over and her friends being here, I was going to be like the only female and there wasn't going to be any guys around. And I don't know how important it was, but I guess it was important enough that that should have been communicated. And I'm going to do videos about, stepchildren and when they live with the biological mothers and the relationship and how to build with that as well. Um, I feel like I have a great relationship with my other husband's baby mother. Her mother, she calls me. It's great. Um, Setting goals in relationships is a part of communication, and it's important to set goals in a relationship to know that, hey, although you're incarcerated, like I have a goal for how I want my husband to do his time, if that makes sense. Um, I have a goal of how I want my husband to do his time. Okay, so he's been sentenced to 18 months, and currently he has done about 5 months: October, November, December, January, February. October, November, December, January, February. So we're going into his fifth month. Now, the parole board has not sentenced him, but I know they want to sentence him to 8 months, 18 months. So my goal is to postpone his sentencing until May so we can get March, April, and May down. So when he goes in front of the parole board, he is down 8 months, and he will only have 10 months left at this time. So when they do sentence him, he'll have 10 months. You get about 2 months for a good time, so then he'll have 8 months remaining. Hopefully they don't send him out the feds, but if we have to do that radio again, that's where this will take us. So just when I communicate with my husband, I have like honesty. Like I tell my husband almost everything. If I don't tell him verbally, I tell him in a letter because there might be so many things going on, and like I'm just so excited when it says you have a collect call from. I'm just so super excited, hitting zero. I'm like da 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 da. I love you da 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 da. I'm trying to tell him everything in my day. The number one thing I feel with an incarcerated with one member, whether it's the wife or the girlfriend, the mother, the sister, communication and trust, and to be very transparent, be very black and white. If you're a mother, don't let your child have to hear something from somebody else. If you know it, tell them, good, bad, or ugly. Details, give it to them, because it's better coming from you than from them finding out somebody else. Same thing. If you share a kid and you and the girlfriend or the boyfriend, if y'all aren't together, tell them. Say, hey, Johnny's meeting X, Y, and Z because you're the mother or you're the father, and this should come from you. So give that parent an opportunity to be a parent. Communicate. If you're a wife or girlfriend, and you feel like, hey, I love my husband, I love my boyfriend, I want to be with them, I want to go through this journey with them, communicate that. But also, this journey is not for everybody. So you got to be real with yourself. If you feel like it's a possibility you might slip, it's about don't wait till you slip. Tell them up front. Say, hey, this is how I feel right now. I'm not talking to anybody, but you know, I don't know where things might go. So, like you're opening the playing field to let them know that, hey, you might not be strong enough. Like you're trying every day. And if something happens, tell them. Because somebody, everybody has a choice and everybody has an option. Okay? So if you want to date somebody, if you want to talk to somebody, be very transparent because it is their option and it's their choice of whether or not they want to accept this, and it should not be forced upon them or anything. You must be transparent and communicate. And so that's my conversational topic today, communication. It's just going to help you guys bond together. Um, it's going to, help relieve pressure. It's going to help effective emails, and it's just going to make you more reliable. It's going to help you manage your emotions, and those are those are some really key elements in the foundation. Like my neighbor across the hall. I'll give you another example. You know, um, my neighbor across the hall is very supportive of my relationship. And I live in her old apartment. And when she came to me and let me know, hey, I used to live here for about X amount of years. I still get mail that comes here. And I guess, doesn't really want to go through the hassle of changing her address and all of that. Do you mind? I gave her a key because she communicated with me. She wasn't trying to just continue to do something without giving me the option. Like, you got to give people an option and a choice to say if that's okay. And it might seem so small, but it's so big because I just would have started receiving mail and I'm like, well, God damn, these people can't change their fucking address. out. She communicated with me, and I was okay with that. So you gotta give people an option to be okay with something. And with that being said, stay blessed. Round two, prison life. Doing this for the second and last time.